Well, still on matters education, and the Parliamentary Budget Office has warned that the ambitious Kenya Kwanza education agenda may not be achievable in the short term due to its huge cost implications. Nonetheless, the Parliamentary Budget Office has advised the government of the day to immediately scout for the extra hundreds of billions of shillings if the government stays true to its education plan under the bottom-up economic transformation plan for the years 2022-2027. Lois Sangoi reports.
According to the Parliamentary Budget Report, President William Ruto's government will need an extra 100 billion shillings to implement his education agenda enshrined in his bottom-up transformation plan for the period 2022 to 2027. The Parliamentary Budget Report captures that after its assessment, the cost implication for the bottom-up economic transformation plan for year one will cost the government an extra 104.1 billion shillings, year 2 129.6 billion, year 3 131.1 billion, year 4 133.8 billion, and year 5 136.6 billion shillings.
In terms of the feedback from
these will cost the government an extra 635.3 billion shillings to run the education sector in the country for the next 5 years. In the current financial year 2022 to 2023, Uhuru Kenyatta's government heavily funded the Ministry of Education to the tune of 513 billion shillings. If the Parliamentary Budget Report is anything to go by, President William Ruto must spare 617 billion shillings in his inaugural budget in his visioned strategy for the education sector.
There is a robust conversation, ladies and gentlemen, in the country on education, and in particular, the implementation of CBC curriculum.
The Parliamentary Budget Report is now warning that the government's planned education budget is an ambitious one that would have huge cost implications for President William Ruto's first term in office, adding that the agenda may not be achievable in the short run, that is, for the president's first term in office. So, just how will the 635.3 extra billion shillings be spent? The Parliamentary Budget Office breaks the billions to cover improved scope of school feeding program, construction of teachers training institutes, increased schools infrastructure, annual recruitment of teachers, as well as continued training of primary and secondary school teachers.
We must, to the extent possible, make education cheaper.
From here, this report now lies with the Budget and Appropriation Committee, and they have the pleasure to adopt it or not, even as the new government is expected to come up with a supplementary budget next month, which will be the first under President William Ruto's tenure. Lois Wangoi, NTV, in the county of Uasin Gishu.
Well, now